Hi, my name is Shawn Montano. I'm the video production coordinator and instructor here at Emily Griffith Technical College. This is the final day when we're taping this of the video production program, and my students are graduating and they're ready to move on to the real world. And I thought I'd just give you guys a chance to see the projects they've done and hear from the students themselves about the program and all that they've learned from the program. So I have here with me Victor Lucero.
How's it going?
How's it going with you today?
Pretty good, pretty excited.
Excited to be done?
Happy, yeah, that it's the last day.
It's the last day?
It's kind of bittersweet, but definitely looking forward to the next chapter.
Pretty soon it'll be time to move on with your life, and hopefully you'll be gainfully employed at some time.
Hopefully, cross our fingers.
Maybe you'll come back and teach one of these classes.
That'd be cool.
That'd
be cool.
So why did you take this program?
You know, I started in theater arts, so stage acting and stuff like that, and I kind of get a bit disillusioned with that, just because everything's kind of typecasted, and so playing a child for my career, because I'm such a tiny little guy, playing a child didn't sound like the funnest thing in the world. So I kind of changed it, and I realized, you know, I've made videos with friends and stuff like that throughout high school, and just whenever, just having fun, and I realized, well, you know, this is kind of a field I do enjoy and I appreciate and I admire, so why not, you know, learn a little bit more behind the camera and behind the scenes, and I mean, you know, there's jobs everywhere with that, and that was another thing too, is job security. With acting, there's not much. I mean, it's kind of a slap on the back, and it's like, good luck, see ya, you know, cross your fingers, and so with this, you know, I guess call me old-fashioned, but I wanted some job security. So I figured by learning this kind of, learning this craft, I could definitely get a solid job out there.
Sure. So, you know, where do you want to be once you leave this program?
You know, originally I kind of had the idea of I want to work in small budget films, mainly like locally, stuff like that. Nothing too big, like Hollywood or anything like that. But I don't know, I definitely kind of have a little taste for, you know, news production and like live studio production as well. That kind of sounds like a lot of fun. It kind of has that element of, you know, live theater / live show. It kind of has that element of, here we go, like do it now, you get one chance. So that sounds like fun. So, you know, maybe something with that. I'm not 100% sure yet.
And so you've been in my program and you've already actually had job offers, haven't you?
I have. I've actually, I had a job offer in Colorado Springs with KRDO. Really great opportunity, you know, how I live there, definitely would have jumped on that.
and you've done some freelance work, and you're getting some more freelance work?
Yeah, doing some weddings, doing some TriCaster work.
So you've done a lot of projects here, right?
Yes.
So the first one I want to hear about is, what was your favorite project?
My favorite project was the first one that you assigned, which was the business profile, which I had some family friends that worked for Senior Support Services, which I did my project on. And so I remember when you assigned the project, you were just like, go find a business. And I was like, oh man, that's kind of an interesting step. Just like go randomly walk somewhere and be like, hey, I'm a student of video production. Can I film you? You know, that was kind of strange. And that was, you know, I liked that because, you know, it felt kind of cool and important to just like walk in with your camera and your gear and be like, you know, people are like, oh, what are you doing? You know, people definitely noticed that, and that was kind of fun. And so it was kind of nice to do, to help them out in a different way in like this field with video. So that was fun.
All right, well, let's go ahead and take a look at Victor's project.
I've always been helping people who are in need of help, and that makes me feel like it's worthwhile to get up in the morning and come to work.
This is Julie Romero. She's the Day Center Manager for Senior Support Services here in Denver, Colorado.
I would say the majority of the people are homeless, but we also have low-income people, and anyone who is a senior, at least 55 and over, it can come here and take advantage.
This job requires more than an 8-hour shift, and through her commitment, she inspires others.
She's probably the most patient person I've ever met because her jobs are never just sitting down at a desk. It's kind of cool seeing someone who can work with people in need 24/7.
She's kind of been my sidekick almost every job I've ever had. She knows where my values are and what I think is important, and so she just knows how to step right in and support that. So it's a nice, we make a nice team.
So she's made me really comfortable, I guess, around people in need when I think a lot of people just ignore them.
Well, every day I come in with an idea of what I'm going to do, and almost every day I go home not accomplishing what I came in thinking I was going to do. It is a job that has to allow for a lot of interruption.
Despite all of the interruptions, Julie spends her weekdays caring for those that have been misunderstood.
But what they don't know is that there's a lot of people, there's a story, what led them to the choices that they made and where they got, and that these people really do need some love and some support and somebody to care about them. They always are positive and have a smile on their face. It's amazing. Good lesson for all of us.
So for those of you out there in a nonprofit organization, next year there will be another opportunity with another round of students to produce nonprofit videos just like the one that Victor did, and so we will provide that service and we'll produce a nonprofit video. So if you have a nonprofit out there that's looking for a video, by all means send them our way. All right, so Victor, you had another project that I really enjoyed seeing you produce, and that was your news package.
Yes.
So tell me about your news package.
Okay. Well, I chose to go out to I think they're in Longmont or maybe on the edge of Boulder or something like that. But they're Justice High School. They're kind of an alternative high school for kids that have had issues at home. So these are kind of the kids that are looked on as, bad eggs or bad seeds or whatever you want to call it. And my brother-in-law actually mentioned it to me because he's a probation officer, and so he was like, you should go check out that place, and I did, and kind of just creating a story that's like these kids they're looked over, but they're not down and out yet. So.
All right, well, let's take a look at that one.
This is an alternative for kids here in Boulder County.
Justice High, one of the last options for high school students.
That have been expelled or have truancy issues, or had issues going to school.
Guys, all the electives are on the board.
Their whole lives, people have just kind of given up on them, or they've just let them fail.
Considering their obstacles, these students are prepared.
So we do our best to set them up for success before heading out, whether they plan to go to college or not.
In order to graduate, they must be accepted into 3 different colleges. This faculty makes sure it happens.
This school provides not giving up on a kid,
By pushing these kids to achieve, they can go on to do great things.
We've had numerous students leave here who have been very successful going on to college. We have attorneys, we have police officers.
These students will remember everything that Justice High has done for them.
They didn't give up on me, so it's a sense of hope that they can go out and achieve whatever their goals may be.
Wow, great, Victor. Great job with that one. I love that one. Were you impressed? Did you like it?
It was probably one of the hardest ones, to be honest, just because I feel like I still need a little bit of more natural sounds.
All right, and then the other project that I was really impressed that you did was we had a last day kind of celebration for saying goodbye to the building, and so you helped me produce a video, and then you shot several stills and you shot some of the video, and then you edited the piece for us, and I thought it turned out really great. So tell me about that.
Yeah, that was our final block party. That was actually my first block party, so it's kind of unfortunate that was the last one. It was probably one of the harder ones as well, because I had hours upon hours and hundreds and hundreds of pictures to go through and try and find. And that's the thing is, you always want to add everything, and it was like, oh, that was a really cool part, and oh, what about this? But it really came down to what was important and what stuck to the story. But it was cool, and I'm glad that hopefully it's something that the next school can look back on and stuff like that and see oh, that was cool, that's nice. I'm glad someone captured that for all of us to see. So in that way, it's kind of nice to leave a little memory of myself for this building.
Excellent. All right, well, let's take a look at that piece.
And what's up, Emily Griffith? How y'all doing this morning? Come on, I can't hear you.
After nearly a century, Emily Griffith's high school and technical college will be relocating from 13th and Glenarm. Change can be bittersweet.
As I mentioned, this is a bittersweet day in that this is one of my favorite days, this along with graduation. And bittersweet because this is the last block party on this campus.
And I do love the old structure, and the architecture is really fun.
I kind of like the historical aspect of the old building, but I feel like the new building would be a good change.
Yes, but my favorite thing, I guess, is just the history itself. When you walk the halls, it has this amazing kind of character and vibe to it that is hard to replicate.
It's just a nice building. I mean, it's been here forever. Why move?
This building has a lot of character, and it's a really nice building. It just needs some fixing, you know?
What will students miss?
Well, what I'm going to miss about this one is the community. You feel like you're really a part of the city of Denver.
But one thing I will miss is how it's been here forever. Everybody knows where this school is located.
One thing that will always remain.
We honor our past of where we all came from, and we honor our heritage. That's why I love the little, they over here dancing and shaking and everything, waving flags and whatnot. We need to honor that, and we need to celebrate that, because that's when we grow as a community. So thank you, and continue to be diverse.
Notwithstanding all the history and memories, this building has seen better days.
This building is great. Don't you love this building right here? But it's falling apart, okay?
Because parking right here is a challenge. Let's put it that way.
One thing I won't miss is the parking.
I'm not going to miss those window shakers, all those air conditioner units.
I'm going to miss all the cockroaches that we've seen over here. And the reason why is because we're in the first floor, and it's so hot down there.
With a new location, things will be different. But this school will continue to have a major impact on the city of Denver.
It is exciting to go to a new place and see what's going to happen there.
We're going to miss this old place, but sometimes times have to change. We have to move on to bigger, better things, so.
I have been at the new building. I'm kind of jealous. It's really nice, and I would love to be over there.
Like a better future for the school and for everybody who starts going there.
I am going to miss the old campus, but the reality is that our mission doesn't change. It's just bricks and mortar, and it has served this institution for 97 years.
Thank you so much, Emily Griffith, for everything you've done for the community.
Wow, Victor, I'm very impressed with that piece. I thought it turned out great. I mean, I loved your writing. I loved how it connected all the sound bites. Great job.
Thank you.
And I'm very proud of you. You've done very well in this program. I look forward to hearing from you and seeing your successes in all the future you do. The one last thing that I'd like to ask you is, if you saw somebody on the street that was curious about this program, why would you tell them to take this program?
Well, there's a lot of reasons, but I think the main reason is the cool thing about this project. Well, I guess there's two, actually. Two great things about this project. Number one, if you're kind of interested in video production, but you're not exactly sure what it's all about, and you know what I mean? I mean, most people when they think of video production think, oh, movies, great. It's more work. I mean, there's a lot of work that goes into every production that you see. So if you're interested, but not necessarily sure how much work is involved, it's a nice little way to test the waters, and that way you don't go into, like, say, a big school that costs, the Art Institute or something like that costs, thousands and thousands of dollars. You can save a lot of money and get your feet wet here, which is kind of part of the second as well. You save a lot of money, and this way, you can try it, test it out, and it's really hands-on, which is really cool. I mean, some places you're in a classroom all day just kind of lecturing and looking at a book, and I think that's necessary as well, but I think where you really start to craft and mold your skills is getting out, and it's like, go, see what you can do. And that's where you really learn, I think.
I agree. Victor, thank you for being my student.
Thank you so much, Shawn. I appreciate it.
And good luck.
Thank you.
video production and editing
program is designed to teach you every aspect of video production.
This is a hands-on environment. Students learn the tools needed to gain entry-level employment in the video production industry. There are no general education classes required to graduate.
Emily Griffith Technical College video production and editing program
provides students with the tools, inspiration, understanding,
and passion to pursue their goal in a career in video production.